Facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored. There are things known and there are things unknown, and in between are the doors of perception. Technological progress has merely provided us with more efficient means for going backwards. After silence, that which comes nearest to expressing the inexpressible is music. There is only one corner of the universe you can be certain of improving, and that's your own self. Words can be like X-rays. If you use them properly, they'll go through anything. You read and you're pierced. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you mad. Maybe this world is another planet's hell. If one's different, one's bound to be lonely. I want to know what passion is. I want to feel something strongly. The more powerful and original a mind, the more it will incline towards the religion of solitude. An intellectual is a person who has discovered something more interesting than sex. One believes things because one has been conditioned to believe them. The secret of genius is to carry the spirit of the child into old age, which means never losing your enthusiasm. I like being myself and nasty. Experience is not what happens to a man, it is what a man does with what happens to him. Most human beings have an almost infinite capacity for taking things for granted. Most men and women will grow up to love their servitude, and will never dream of revolution. Every man's memory is his private literature. Consistency is contrary to nature, contrary to life. The only completely consistent people are the dead. Happiness is not achieved by the conscious pursuit of happiness. It is generally the by-product of other activities. All that happens means something. Nothing you do is ever insignificant. No social stability without individual stability. To travel is to discover that everyone is wrong about other countries. Individual insanity is immune to the consequences of collective insanity. Great is truth, but still greater, from a practical point of view, is silence about truth. Experience teaches only the teachable. A love of nature keeps no factories busy. I'm afraid of losing my obscurity. Genuineness only thrives in the dark, like celery. Ending is better than mending. It is natural to believe in God when you're alone, quite alone, in the night, thinking about death. There was a thing called heaven, but all the same they used to drink enormous quantities of alcohol. It isn't a matter of forgetting. What one has to learn is how to remember and yet be free of the past. I want God, I want poetry, I want danger, I want freedom, I want sin. Pain was a fascinating horror. We are all geniuses up to the age of 10. Liberties aren't given, they are taken. A man can smile and be a villain. The propagandist's purpose is to make one set of people forget that certain other sets of people are human. That men do not learn very much from the lessons of history is the most important of all the lessons of history. Most ignorance is vincible ignorance. We don't know because we don't want to know. An unexciting truth may be eclipsed by a thrilling lie. Dictators can always consolidate their tyranny by an appeal to patriotism. Never put off till tomorrow the fun you can have today. Universal happiness keeps the wheels steadily turning, truth and beauty can't. Consciousness is only possible through change. Change is only possible through movement. 2/3 of all sorrow is homemade and, so far as the universe is concerned, unnecessary. We don't want to change. Every change is a menace to stability.